I've been riding bikes for about 3 years. My very first bike was a bike that I found in the basement at my parents' house. From there it was a slippery slope to more bikes. The first bike that I bought myself was my Schwinn. It was a 1989 Schwinn 564. It was $300, and it was like the best $300 I ever spent. I don't know. Every bike has a different role, but really it's more like every bike kind of has a different personality. I don't know. Every bike has a unique kind of place. I think cycling's for everyone. The thing that draws people to biking is the fact that, I don't know, it's two circles, two triangles, it's simple, and I don't know, you just kind of fall in love with the feeling, and I think that's something that that everyone can relate to. I mean, I think everyone should be riding a bike. I don't know, I once heard someone say that when you're on a bike, you're the purest sense of yourself. When you're on the bike, you know, it's your muscles, and it's like just you in the road, and you kind of have to, I don't know, you just kind of have to keep going. And you're also just kind of like focused on like surviving, really. Your brain kind of just like shuts off, but in like a good way. And just everything kind of becomes like simple. It's kind of hard to describe. I think the feeling that I had when I went on my bike trip to Brasstown Bald. Brasstown Bald's the highest point in Georgia, and you know, I was kind of going through like a, I don't know if you'd call it. It sounds really corny to call it a rough time, but that's what it was. It was, you know, and I decided that I wanted to go on a bike tour, so I rode from Georgia Tech to Helen, which is 90 miles away, and then from Helen to Brasstown Bald. It's steep and it's big. The feeling when I was going up it was almost more profound than the feeling when I got to the top. You know, it was kind of, it was like I was doing battle with myself. It was like, are you gonna like let this thing beat you, or are you gonna do it? You're just gonna bite the bullet and do it. And like when that kind of decision was like laid bare for me, my legs are burning, you know, and you know, you turn a corner and there's like a wall of asphalt, and that's kind of like, I don't know, like the pictures in my mind that kind of like accompany that stick out to me. I think the reason why people need that feeling is because, I don't know, everything is so like alienating and complicated, and that's just like a fact of life, and like, you know, that's fine, but if you don't have an outlet or like some place where you can, or something that you can like really do to kind of like reduce everything to like just its most base like kind of essence, then I don't know, then it's hard to have any semblance of happiness. It's hard to kind of like know who you actually are. I think that's when you find out some things about yourself. When I'm on my bike, I'm letting go of things. I don't know, like there's just so much like shit that it's, Jesus Christ. No matter what bike you're on, no matter where you're going, you can just kind of like go. And there's nothing, you know, there's nothing that is like stopping you except yourself. It's you, it's your legs. I think it's really about, like, have you ever been like lost on your bike before? You know, have you ever just kind of like gone out to ride without any clue how far you're going or where you're going? And I mean, I think that like those kinds of things are where, you know, I can kind of like put my stamp on things. I mean, I think that one thing that a lot of people, especially in this day and age, struggle with is being so afraid that you're not going to be able to do something, or you're not going to be good at something, that you don't even start. And I know that's the case with me. It's something that I struggled with, and I still struggle with. But for me, like, biking is the way I get through that. When you can set out a goal for yourself, and I'm going to climb this mountain, I'm going to do this many miles, whatever it is, and then you achieve that. I think that's when you can say that you can do more than just ride a bike. I don't know. Cycling is it's a way of life. I don't know. It's kind of wrapped up in the logistics of my life and the philosophy, I guess, of how I want to live. I don't know. I'm happy as long as I'm on a bike.